All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to woman instantly regrets divorcing her husband and cries. Jump in, guys.
Sometimes this is what my life looks like. Sitting on my bedroom floor crying, trying to build a bed frame by myself. Sometimes it's just so lonely. I am only going to go out on dates with guys who have Christmas parties coming up. So if you have a Christmas party and you need a date, I'm your girl. Tell me where we find the real men. My advice to everybody is stay married. Life's easier with a partner, and tomorrow's a new day.
Welcome back,
Huh.
family. Today we are
All
going to
right.
review this 43-year-old woman who regrets leaving her marriage and cries when she realizes how hard the single motherhood life really is and how hard it is to find a good man in these streets at her age. Let's first start by watching her crying while admitting that her life is so lonely.
Sometimes this is what my life looks like. Sitting on my bedroom floor crying, trying to build a bed frame by myself. Sometimes it's just so lonely.
Now, this woman crying on
Okay.
video might look very sad, but let me remind you that she is the one that decided to leave her marriage thinking that she can replace her ex-husband easily. So, do not feel sorry for her, because she brought all this misery on herself. And the next video will show her admitting that she wished that she had stayed married while complaining about doing what a normal parent should be doing in a typical day.
To say that I am overwhelmed is an understatement. I have had a day. I got off work at 8 a.m., came home, made lunches, ran my kids to school. My kids go to school out of area, so their school is half an hour away. And I had to make it home for 9 for a staff meeting that I attended virtually. And I walked my dog, went to the gym, cleaned my house, get a call from the school that my son has been hit in the face with a baseball bat at recess. And so I pick him up. His eye is swollen shut.
Damn.
He is 10 years old. Now, they give me a letter that says I have to take him to the doctors before he can return to school to make sure he doesn't have a concussion. I call the doctor. They tell me his health card's expired. So then I had to spend 30 minutes
Dang, why?
online.
And this is what happened when Pop is not around. Probably the kid is just is full of hate because he's not with his father. But mom don't understand that, right? Mom don't understand that because mom probably see the kids as the resources to get the alimony and child support, and also those child credits every year. I'm telling you, there's a place in hell for people like this, man. I'm telling you, man. Destroying the family. They don't care about the kids, guys. When they get divorced like this, they don't care about the kids. And worse, they don't even care about themselves. Because in order for you to get to this point, it's because you already gave up in the marriage in the first place. That's what it is, guys.
Booking us an appointment for tomorrow morning to renew his health card so that I can take him to his doctor's appointment at 9:15 so that he can go back to school tomorrow. I picked my daughter up from school, drove her to work. She did a haunted house at school today and was covered in fake blood. And I said, you can't go to work like that. But she said she could. So I dropped her off, and 2 hours later, she gets dress coded at work and gets sent home, and I have to go pick her back up.
Yeah, she's not picking up the messages, man. The kids hate you. Don't you get it? The kids resent you. They're resenting you because they know what you did. You probably left them divorced just because you wanted to be happy. You lost a lot of TikTok videos and you thought, you know what, I still look kind of okay. I can get the same attention. I can just travel the world. I can just be happy. And the kids resent you because they watch you just talk a lot about like guys that you sleep with, and this and that. Like you don't get it, lady. I already know what time it is. The kids resent her.
My life is constantly busy and constantly just, it's so chaotic. It took me
She doesn't
2
get it.
hours of driving from the time I left the gym to pick my daughter up from school, to drive her to work, to get my son's girlfriend, to pick up my one kid, pick up the other kid. It was 2 hours before I got home. And my kids wonder why I'm like a giant ball of stress and yell all the time. And so my advice to
Yelling,
everybody is
man,
stay married.
Yelling. That stuff just mess up your kid's mind. Yelling because you're an adult. You're supposed to be the one that is composed, controlling your emotion. They don't. This is gonna really mess up their kids' mindset. Their kids are cooked. Her kids are cooked. They will not have no chance. The boy is not gonna learn how to control his emotions. He's gonna just break out like his wife. I mean, like his mother. I'm sorry. And the daughter is gonna learn how to not take accountability ever because mom will never forgive or ask for forgiveness or say I'm sorry to her kids, knowing that she did the wrong decision or she took the wrong decision.
Life's easier with a partner, and tomorrow's a new day.
She clearly admitted that her life was much easier when she was married. It is true that on this particular video, she is advising other women to stay married after realizing how hard it is to be a single
Crazy.
mom. Guys, I will keep on exposing all these fake, happy, divorced women who keep on putting on a front to encourage more women to divorce their husbands for not good reasons, just so that they can all be miserable in numbers. But behind closed doors, this is what these fake, strong, independent women really go through. They cry and cry and cry and cry, regretting their life choices when they are alone. The worst part is that even at this age, this woman thinks that she is such a catch and keeps on lying to herself that men are intimidated by her. Check it out.
Tell me where we find the real men. I have been
Nah, you don't want a real man. You already have one. You divorce him.
out on so many dates this past year with men who have told me that I'm intimidating because I'm real and honest and I know who I am.
It's called game. It's called lying, ladies. It's called lying. Lying because they notice that, especially women like you, they like to hear that, and that's the easiest way to just get you into bed. You think men is just intimidated by you? You have nothing to be intimidated. Well, are you a leader of a gang or something? Like you're not intimidating, lady.
I'm confident. I've only been on one date in the last year with someone I was actually nervous with. And I was like jittery and nervous and awkward. And it was such a good feeling because he was a man. And he's a real man. The thing is, he lives 2 hours away from me, and yeah, so I'm looking for a man's man.
Ma'am, the only thing you deserve is a cat and a dog. And even a cat and a dog are too good for you, in my opinion.
Wow.
Guys, when you hear a woman saying that men tell her that she is intimidating, she is lying. What she means is that the guys she is trying to date can see that she has an attitude and they just move on with their lives.
They're
Or
lying.
they just keep her as a quick pump and dump only. And the Chad that she is supposedly attracted to doesn't even want her, and she knows that she can't have him. This is the reality of modern women, always chasing
And notice how she just took a bath, right? And put makeup just to do this video, guys. Put lipstick and makeup and did their eyelash and everything just to do this video. Like, who are you trying to say that we intimidated by? Like, we're not intimidated by you. Like you have nothing to be intimidated. Some men knows how to play the game, and they're seeing that they can play it very nice, very well because you're believing it.
After what they can't have. Check out this next clip of this woman that clearly demonstrate just how entitled this woman really is when requesting a date.
So I'm laying here in bed this morning and I came up with a really good plan. For the remainder of 2023, I am only going to go out on dates with guys who have Christmas parties coming up because I want to get dressed up and go to a fancy, nice Christmas party. And this will increase the possibility of that happening. So if you have a Christmas party and you need a date, I'm your girl.
There you go.
I promise I won't look
I
like...
think she still thinks she's in college or something, guys. Like, lady, you're not built for this. You're not built for this kind of lifestyle.
this.
You're not.
The entitlement of the modern woman is out of this world. And that is why men are starting to wake up and starting to stood up these modern women like nobody's business. Enjoy in this next clip one of our city boys who stood her up with no mercy.
Okay, so I have a story for you. Some guy adds me on Facebook, chats with me a little bit over the last couple weeks, asks me out to dinner, and I said I couldn't do dinner because I have my kids and sports and stuff, and I don't know anything about this guy.
Oh man, her kids hate her, bro. In my opinion, like just imagine Jimmy going to a baseball game or football game. Hey, I just saw your mom telling the story about a guy that they have no idea. Just imagine a man divorcing the mom of his children, opening an app and start talking about this crazy stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but somehow this is okay. I just don't get it, guys.
And I'm like, but I can meet you for a drink after I run my kids around. And so we planned to meet yesterday for a drink. And I message him at 6:30 and I'm like, how are you on time? Because he's coming from Barrie, and he doesn't respond. And so I just think he's driving or something. So I go to the place and I get a table and I embarrassingly tell the waitress that I'm waiting for somebody, and he never shows up. And I'm like embarrassed.
You know what's crazy? You know how many times I got stood up, and when I was before I got married, right? I think it goes 500 times. Like I mean, it was so many times, guys. Like certainly more than 100 times. Like for female, the 1% of females that just listen to my podcast, this is literally a common or just a normal lifestyle of a man. Men get stood up all the time, even for job interview, all the time, guys. So what she's saying, this happens to just regular guys, hundreds of times, not dozen, 100.
And I had ordered a drink and I paid for it, and then he messages me and says his meeting ran late and he's really sorry. I immediately just hit delete. You don't get to stand me up. I said, thank you for the completely humbling experience. This has never happened to me before. And now at least I know what it feels like. So thank you for that. And this is exactly how to not pick up a girl.
It's very funny to see how this old, used-up modern woman...
the reason, I'm not even going to say the reason, but I will say something. The fact that you are even spending time to just make a video about the guy is a sign that we need to do something like that. Guys, not me, but guys You need to do something like that. Because at least you're paying attention to that guy. I don't think females understand how guys we see this, right? We only pick up what works. And if you're spending time in a TikTok video editing an experience with this guy, that means that that guy is just running rent-free in your mind. And what do you think the next guy's gonna do? He's probably gonna do the same thing because it works.
And keeps on chasing after Chad and Tyrone. Ma'am, you've already missed the boat. You had a husband and a family that you decided to destroy. Now you are just a leftover woman with not much to offer to a top-tier
100%.
man. Men your age can very easily date much younger women and even
In their
start a
prime.
family with them if they want to. So enjoy your strong and independent best life with your cat and dog. Fellas, do not try to save these types of women. And above all,
Yeah, use them for practice. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.